Hey guys, how's it go? It's your boy M.K.S, obviously, back in another video. I know since I've been recording videos recently, I've been doing going back to my list videos, so maybe I should do some more mix up with a few different videos, but there are a few things I wanted to cover, so I've been planning to do the AfriCAN software thing for a while, at least since probably morning today. So anyway, it's been quite a good day today actually in a way, although obviously it's not perfect, but Celtic won, so I'm really happy about that, and I'll say as a fan, 1-5-1, so I'm really happy. That's made my day quite good, and the weather's been pretty good. Mostly, I'm a bit sad about hearing about things that have been happening in India with coronavirus and rain and all that flooding. So that has been put a bit of a damper on it, but overall it's been quite a good day. But anyway, hope you're doing well wherever you are, and thanks for checking out my video, and I hope you will enjoy it. I haven't really planned this list as well as I'd like, but I'm going to give it the best shot. My ear's still really ringing because, as I said before in some of the previous videos, I sort of picked a scab, which I should have done, but I hope I don't infect it, because I infected my ear before, and I sort of had to go to hospital for 3 or 4 days, so hopefully it'll recover by tomorrow. But anyway, tomorrow I'm probably going to try and be more miscellaneous or flexible, as it's a Monday, but obviously the topic of this video is to try and talk about, I know I'm a bit off topic with the intro, but the topic is to talk about, or the plan is to talk about topic of AfriCAN software and how I hope to support the AfriCAN software developers and some of my goals or even dreams for AfriCAN software. So yeah, hopefully I won't stutter too much or repeat myself or anything like that, but hopefully people out there will enjoy it. As ever, I'd love to hear your comments at the end of the video about what ideas you didn't like, or what ideas you did like, or what your least favorite or most favorite, or anything you want to comment. As ever, it's always welcome at the end of the video. So peace and love and all that good stuff. So I'm going to try and crack on with this list again tomorrow. I'm probably going to try and mix up and have less sort of list videos and just more whatever comes to my mind. So yeah, so number one, obviously I hope to get started with supporting AfriCAN software. Luckily, I think there are some companies already out there that are helping AfriCAN software developers and that sort of thing. So obviously that's pretty good, because I'd love to be able to somehow find a way to network all the different organizations which support AfriCAN software developers and education, so that they can come together, either people from Africa itself or global Black diaspora, Black people around in Britain and across Europe and America and the Americas and elsewhere, supporting things like STEM for Africa and going and mentoring people, and also obviously other groups as well, people of colour, but also people from all possible backgrounds going to Africa, like even from Ireland and other parts of Europe, whatever their background may be. I think it'd be great, and also Aborigines and Maoris, train them up as well, but especially people from Africa. Another thing I was going to say, I forgot to say in the intro, is I'm also drinking water for once. I do try and have a bottle a day for health reasons, so just to improve my health. Obviously, I mean, it helps you to lose weight. It doesn't rot your teeth as much as the other drinks I normally drink. But I did try and get some Sprite, but I couldn't find it. Anyway, so I'm going to try and crack on with this video, with this list. Number two, again, hope videos like this on YouTube, and if I know I often say this, planning for the future, but if and when I ever do make money from these sorts of videos, I will donate as much of it as possible, preferably all of it, towards AfriCAN software development, and also hope to encourage other people to do similar and fundraise as much as they can, as well as going to teach. There could be programs like #Teach for Africa, #Train for Africa, and things like that. So hopefully encourage as many people as possible to go to parts of Africa, and as many parts of Africa as possible, and teach and train people, and again, people from Africa teaching and training each other as well once they've learned. So as many people from Africa as possible to learn about tech, and again teach each other. Hopefully, again, if at all possible, I love everyone from Africa to learn about tech, if not as many people as possible. Number three, again, people sending free free stuff, like training materials and that sort of thing for AfriCAN software developers. And I think it'd be great if there was tax exemptions for big tech going into Africa. And talking about my dreams, again, it'd be good to train as many people from Africa in terms of software development and make Africa number one for software as well as tech generally. But again, I love companies like Microsoft. I know they're already there, but it'd be great if they could expand into those countries. And like for their PR, they could perhaps do things to train people in Africa, because at the moment, like a lot of the big tech companies are facing a lot of criticism around the world, especially in America, I believe. And so, like, I think it'd be great if they could do this as part of their PR, and it might be the right time for African leaders and people who support Africa and people who support Pan-Africanism to call for big tech to go into Africa. And I talked about supporting other groups, which I often mention as call the four. But in terms of tech, I mainly, as I say, hope to support, or if not solely, wish to support Africa and possibly Aborigines, but pretty much always Africa. Like 90 to 99% of what I want to do with tech, I wish to support, or like my ideas, I wish to support people across Africa. And I think, again, it would be great if tech companies could get tax exemptions for going to parts of Africa and teaching and training people in tech. And it would be great if people from Africa as well, and people who support Africa and want to see Africa do well, and friends of Africa, share videos like this. And again, if I monetize it, I will send that money to Africa ASAP as well. But yeah, so like people giving freebies and training and that sort of thing. Number 4, I'd love to see more African women, especially Black African women, in lead roles in like software and things like that. And I've probably mentioned before, certainly on Facebook and maybe on YouTube as well. I'd love for the next Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Larry Ellison, Steve Jobs, or whatever next tech titans or whatever tech titans there are to be women, especially from Africa, and men as well, but mainly women as well, because I think that Black women have missed out so much in terms of tech and been underrepresented. And also, like, when they earn their money, unlike Europe and America or elsewhere, they can pour their taxes back into supporting their fellow Africans. And maybe like there could be like ways, which I hope to come to, but like possibly as a form of reparations, where people could send their tax money to parts of Africa and things like that towards supporting their technology. And it can be like, including especially software, and it could be targeted, so the money doesn't go to waste or corruption or anything like that, but it goes towards, it doesn't go to corruption or any other form of waste, but it goes towards supporting African tech and development, and giving as many people in Africa, as I say, as possible training. And also, as I say, they could train each other, especially young girls and things like that. Number 5, this could be like a wider part of STEM. I know I talked about alliteration before, but like, as it's Sunday, I wish to talk about like STEM, like things that people with and things like that. But yeah, I think it would be a really good thing for Africa. As I say, my goals are to make Africa number 1 for software, and especially African women. And again, also supporting like Aborigines and Maoris and Indigenous people from Australasia generally. And like they can support each other and train with each other. Like there can be programs that support STEM for those groups which have been historically underrepresented and also oppressed. Things like that. Number 6, again, hope to do the best I can and network with other people, and again bring all possible companies or corporations or charities or organizations that want to support African tech, anti-imperialists and people of color and whatever other groups, to support African technology. And what I call the 4, I'd love to work, I'd like them to work to the best of their ability to support Africa. And when Asian and other nations from Asia and elsewhere, like America or the UK or as Europe, go and trade with Africa, I think that their leaders should say, as part of the trade deal, that they should train as many Africans as possible. And with so many countries as well trying to get into Africa, I think it's a great opportunity for African countries to work together, like, and make Russia and China and India and other places, America, Britain, or elsewhere, invest in their young people in terms of software development and things like that. 7, I hope God will bless African software developers, and hopefully, like in the next 5 to 10 years, Africa will be the number 1 place for software development. And I believe like it's good to have goals that you work towards. Talking about Celtic, which I was talking about before, and Italian football, I suppose, like Serie A, which I support. I'd love to encourage them to do fundraising events to raise money for software development across Africa, and training and education and things like that. in the future, obviously, hopefully when people can travel, play sports and things like that, Godspeed. And I've spoken to Celtic before, like, and tried to get them to invest, but at the moment they say they don't do any. They're not doing any charity like they were doing before overseas. But I'd love it if they could get back into sport in Africa in terms of like software development, and also do projects across Africa and Asia in terms of like soccer or other sports, where they raise funds for people to have football, but also like tech training and things for the future as well, so they can enjoy themselves while they're young, but also train for the future. 8, again, people of colour. I'd love to encourage to support Africa and as many people as possible, like Friends of Africa and Pan-Africanism, people who want to see Africa do well, and support oppressed groups and things like that, which have been, again, historically oppressed, and it's another way to challenge white supremacy. Perhaps number 9, again, I'd love to like prioritise my plans for supporting African software development and things like that. And then what if Africa could make its own version of Microsoft or Oracle or things like that, for themselves, for each other, and also for the rest of the world, and cooperate with each other and be united through technology and things like that. Number 10, again, I'd love to train the youth, or have programs and work with people on ideas to train the youth, especially young girls from Africa. And again, within 5 to 10 years, hopefully Africa will become the top place for tech. And hopefully, I nearly forgot to mention this point, but hopefully, sorry if this video is a bit long, but hopefully, we can make it into a game, because I think it'd be great if people had fun when they're young, but also train for the future, so that as well as enjoying the here and now, they can also train for future careers and opportunities and things like that. And so again, I think it'd be great if there was like tech games which also educate people at the same time, but they also have fun, especially again young girls in Africa and boys as well. And I think that covers everything.